Good morning, everybody. It is May 11th. This is starting week 9 of me being from work at home, and day 59. I have been staying at home, working from home. No return date in sight, and most likely it will be at the end of June or early July. And I thought for this Finding 52 focus, I would just have coffee and chat. It is very early morning. My husband is upstairs asleep, and I just thought that this would be the best way to tell you what the focus is for this week, and because it is refilling your cup. Whether it's with coffee or whatever you would like. A friend of mine made a post yesterday about, of course, yesterday was Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all of you who celebrate that day. It's a hard day for me for many, many reasons, but I usually just kind of try to stay off social media, and I did my Sunday 5K, which is something that I do each week, and then went and had to pick up some groceries. I was lucky enough that a store was selling Girl Scout cookies. I was very excited. I got a box of Thin Mints and a box of Tagalongs, which are my two favorites. It didn't have the Do-si-dos, which I absolutely 100% love, but that's probably okay. At the beginning of this year, I had given up hope that I was going to have any Girl Scout cookies, because, of course, I was not going to have any cookies, candy, cake, or pastry. Yeah, that went whoosh, right out the window. Anyway, tangent. This week's focus is going to be on refilling your cup. And my friend had posted that, we all have to find ways to refill our cup. And that just struck me, because I was like, you are so right. This whole month is about getting back to basics and focusing on the basics and getting myself back on track. But the one thing that I have not been able to figure out is how to refill my cup. And it's not that I don't know how. It's the day-to-day routine of things here is very, very different than what I'm used to. I am used to having white space and taking time out for me, because I'm usually so busy that it's like, okay, go, 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 go. Okay, from 6 to 7, I am taking time. I am doing something to refill my cup. And I have found that even though I've slowed down, even though I have kind of found an even keel here at home and work, because it's both now, I'm having a hard time taking time for myself, getting out of my norm. I mean, I go out, I do a run every day, at least 2 miles. I planted my garden this weekend, but it's not the same. And, I've tried things that I have done in the past, and it's not the same. And I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just different. And maybe it's because the world is different. And I'm not used to being at home 24 hours a day. I've left and gone grocery shopping. That's it. And, it was funny, because Greg and I had to go to Costco for medications. And he was like, I haven't left the house in 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, you have not left the hell? He had not gone outside for 2 weeks. And I know there are a lot of people like that, that, you know, are following the rules and doing what we're supposed to do. And it's hard. And, you know, I was reminded that, you know, even though they have decreased the restrictions here in Utah, and we are able to go out and do certain things, it's still not the wisest choice to do that. You know, I had a haircut scheduled for yesterday, and with Greg still being on the cusp of having, you know, the cellulitis infection and all of that, that we both decided it was not a great idea for me to go do that. Hence my lovely, crazy 80s Florence Henderson hair. I did my hair, and it was like super crazy, and I looked at it and I was like, I look like David Cassidy. Oh my god. Hence the back to the 80s shirt. So, and I don't know why David Cassidy came into my head when I did, but I just blew dry my hair, and I was like, that looks like a David Cassidy, Sean Cassidy kind of haircut. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I will be very happy when I can go and get things done, but today is not that day. This week is not that week. But I'm having issues trying to figure out, okay, I need to have some me time that's in a different setting, in a different place. You know, I've been binge watching Warehouse 13. I just started season 4 last night, and that has been great, but it's still me right here, literally right here, watching TV. And I'm like, this used to be my respite, and this was my it's still my happy place. This is where I do my morning meditations and my morning routine, all of that. But I find myself here much more often than I did. And so when I would do this and have me time, it was special, for lack of a better word. And I'm finding it hard to find a way to do something special that pulls me out of my day-to-day routine. And, you know, it just goes, I wake up, I go sit down at my dining room table, and that's where work starts. And after work, I would come here and just kind of relax for a little while, you know, while I'm getting dinner ready, and Greg is still downstairs working at his desk. And there's no delineation between, you know, work stops and home life starts, because it's all together, all day long, all night. And then, you know, this weekend, I was so excited for the weekend to come, and I was just like, okay, good, I get to plant my garden and take some time and do all this stuff. And I was so exhausted that maybe also be playing part of this right now, but, and so just be aware of that too. So, but I'm having trouble separating, and, you know, I don't know if it's the fact that I need to just like totally disconnect and not do something for a day, or, you know, whatnot. I don't know. And so that's what my focus this week is going to be on, is trying to figure out ways that I can refill my cup. Because if I don't have that, I get in a very bad space, and I don't want to be there. But I also realized, once I read my friend's post, that I was like, I have not been doing that. I gamed for Finding 52 this past week, and that was great. It was actually a solo game that I've been doing. It's still 7 Days to Die, which is a zombie post-apocalyptic game, which I love, absolutely love. So I've been playing a different mod for that. It's called Darkness Falls, for those of you who are of the gamer ilk. But I am missing like social interaction, getting dressed up, going outside, going anywhere that doesn't involve just going out, putting my mask on, getting groceries, and coming back home. It's a whole ordeal, and I know all of us are going through it, but some of us are throwing caution to the wind and don't care, and that bothers me too. And so when I do go out and see all these people that are not adhering to the recommendations to keep us all safe, it sets me off, and I'm just like, and I don't want to be like that at all, but I can't help it. And so I'm like, I have to find ways to stop that and find ways to bring out the good and positive part of my day and refill my cup, heal. It's hard. And I know that we are all going through it, and I apologize for the light. The sun's coming up, and you will see different reflections. And at this point, I'm like, I'm just having coffee with my friends. So I apologize. It's not the best video quality, but I also just kind of wanted to chat and, not be where I have normally been doing my videos. But just kind of to let you know where I am. So I know that a lot of us are going through a lot of stuff right now that we may not even have any control over. Like suddenly, bursting into tears for no apparent reason when you're having a video and you're like, okay, I'm having an emotional morning, much more emotional than I thought, over something I have no clue about. So that's okay too. And sometimes you just gotta, I don't know, have a good cry. For no other reason than you're having a video and coffee with people all over the world that are in the same boat. Okay. I don't know how I got from talking about my hair looks like an 80s teen heartthrob to basically crying for no apparent reason. But that's where we were. And so we cut that out because ain't nobody got time to sit here and watch me bawl for no apparent reason. I don't know. It's been a crazy couple of days, and Greg's felt it, I felt it, and that's kind of why I just wanted to have a coffee with you guys and just be like, I thought I was doing okay. And maybe I do need to still find time for myself and get out of my head, get out of social media, and just find a way to lighten up my heart a little bit. Even though I'm doing great, I feel like I'm doing good, I feel like I'm hanging on, that I've, my back to basics is going great. I am getting things done yet. Still, there's crap. So, that's my focus, is trying to find a way to refill my cup, preferably not with something very intoxicating, something other than coffee. I don't want that either. But, just filling the well and finding ways to cope, to be okay, to move forward, to figure out what this new world is going to be like, and finding ways to take care of me. So I hope that all of you are not sitting on your couch drinking coffee, talking to the world, and, basically having tears rolling down your cheeks for no apparent reason. But if you are, just know you're not alone. Oh, goodness. It is almost time for me to hop on and start my work day. But refilling your cup, whatever that looks like, finding some happiness, finding some joy, finding some delineation in your day, putting some white space in that's just for you, whether it's, sitting on the couch, going for a walk, finding some quiet space in your house that you don't normally go to anymore, getting away from your kids, from your pets, from your family, whatever, and just focusing on you and refilling your cup, because we all need it, whether we realize that or not. And I certainly have. If, before that I started this video, I was like, I'll be fine, to why are my cheeks wet? What is this leaking out of my eyeballs? Yeah. Maybe I was overly sensitive to looking like David Cassidy. I don't know. But anyway, I have to start work here very soon. So I hope you guys have had a good weekend, that you had a good Mother's Day, if it was a day that you celebrate, and that you're looking forward to the week. I certainly am, but I understand that, it can be a crazy day whether you think it's going to start out that way or not. So, finding ways to refill your well, refill your cup, refill your soul. That's what I leave with you today. I hope you guys spend every moment celebrating the rest of your life, because it is worth every moment. And some days it's harder than others. And, finding a way to do that when you don't feel like it is the biggest challenge that we have. So, here's to y'all. Have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.